All right, if you're a business owner in Alberta and you've got vehicles on the road, you're going to want to listen up. Today, we're cutting through all the jargon and confusion around commercial auto insurance. We're going to give you the straightforward answers you need. Let's dive right in.
So let's kick things off with a question that honestly every business owner should be asking themselves. You've got insurance on your work truck, your van, whatever it is, but if you get into an accident while you're actually working, are you 100% certain your policy is going to pay out? And trust me, the answer isn't always what you think it is.
And look, this isn't just some what-if scenario. This is real life. We had a contractor client, IC Alberta Highway. You know the drill. The total claim for the accident came out to over $85,000. Now, because they had the right coverage, it was paid. But a standard personal auto policy, it would have denied the entire thing, leaving them on the hook for the whole bill. Ouch.
So that huge risk, it all comes down to something we in the biz call the coverage gap. It's probably the most common and most expensive mistake I see business owners make, thinking their personal car insurance has them covered. But here's the kicker. Just about every personal policy has what's called a business use exclusion. The second that truck is being used for a job, whether it's a service call, a delivery, or hauling equipment, that clause kicks in and poof, your coverage could be gone.
Okay, so let's really unpack this, because while they might look similar on the surface, these are two totally different animals. The easiest way to think about it is like this. Your personal policy is for driving to the grocery store. A commercial policy is built to protect your entire livelihood. And this table here, this really lays it all out, plain and simple. Just look at the liability limits. A commercial policy is going to give you $2, $3, even $5 million in protection. That's what shields your business assets. It also covers any employee you authorize to drive, not just one or two people. And maybe the biggest one of all, your personal policy has zero, and I mean zero, coverage for your tools, your equipment, or your cargo. A commercial policy is designed for exactly that.
Okay, so if a personal policy is a no-go, what's the solution? Let's build what I like to call the essential shield for your business, using the key pieces of a real commercial auto policy. First things first, the absolute bedrock of any policy, third-party liability. This is the part that's required by law, and it covers the damage or injury you might cause to someone else. But here's the pro tip. Yeah, there's a legal minimum, but pretty much any business in Alberta needs at least $2 million in coverage. A lot of job sites and contracts won't even let you on site with less. Okay, next up, you got to protect your own truck, right? Your asset. That's where collision and comprehensive come into play. Collision is pretty simple. It pays to fix your vehicle after a crash. Comprehensive, or comp, is the everything else policy. It covers you for theft, vandalism, fire, and the big one for us here in Alberta, hail. But here's a huge one people forget. What about all the stuff inside your truck? Your standard policy won't touch it. That's why cargo and equipment coverage is so critical. It protects your tools, your inventory, everything you're hauling. I mean, for a lot of you, your tools and gear are worth way more than the vehicle they're in.
All right, now let's get into two coverages that are often overlooked, but are frankly total game changers. Downtime coverage is amazing. If your truck is in the shop after a claim, this coverage can actually replace the income you're losing because you can't work. And non-owned auto? Absolutely essential. If you ask an employee to run an errand in their own car and they cause an accident, their personal policy will deny the claim. This coverage steps in to protect your business.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great, but what's it going to cost me, right? That's the million-dollar question. Well, the price you pay isn't just a random number. It's actually a calculation based on the specific risks tied to your business. Well, a whole bunch of things actually go into that final number. Insurers look at stuff like what kind of trucks you're driving, the driving records of you and your staff, how many kilometers you're putting on a year, and even the type of industry you're in. Knowing how these factors work is the first step to getting a handle on your costs. You can see how trying to juggle all those factors and find the best deal could make your head spin. And that, right there, is why working with an expert broker isn't just a nice to have, it's a serious business advantage. Our whole job is to take on that complexity for you. See, instead of you having to call a dozen different companies, we do all that legwork. We have access to more than 20 different insurance providers, which means we bring the whole market to you, so you can see the best options all in one place. And you know what? All that competition works in your favor. Big time. On average, our clients save around 30% just by letting us shop the market for them. I mean, think about what you could do with that extra cash back in your business. But hey, it's not just about saving a buck, it's about getting smart advice.
With over 18 years in the game, we know Alberta business. We understand the risks you face, whether it's on a busy job site in Calgary or driving the QE2 in the middle of a blizzard. So what does that actually mean for you day to day? It means you're talking to licensed Alberta brokers who live and breathe this stuff. It means when you land a big contract and need proof of insurance now, you get that certificate the very same day. And most importantly, if something goes wrong and you have to make a claim, you've got an expert fighting in your corner. Look, getting the right insurance shouldn't feel like a chore. We've made the whole thing as painless and efficient as possible, so you can worry about what you do best, running your business. It really is this simple. Step 1, you give us your business and vehicle info. Step 2, we go to bat for you, shopping our entire network of insurers. Step 3, we come back with clear, easy-to-understand options. And Step 4, you pick the one you like, and boom, you're covered. And your certificate is on its way. It's all built for speed. So, I'll leave you with this one last thought. Between the sudden hailstorms, the black ice, and just the sheer unpredictability of our roads, running a business here has its challenges. Having the right commercial auto insurance isn't just about checking a box. It's about making sure that one bad day on the road doesn't take down the business you've worked so hard to build. The real question is your business truly ready for that?